I liked it. I would hopefully want one myself. Just like having one.
Buy a bounce house. Whoa, a bounce house.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
But except it'll be a bouncing room.
It'll be a bouncing room.
A bouncing room.
Wow. Okay. Hopefully you have enough money to do that. I liked it. I really liked the triangle thing, balloon thing that's in there. It's not round, it's a triangle, and it's a balloon, and it flies.
Hopefully they'll have it again, and I'll have at least some of my friends to jump in it.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the Rocky and Derrick Show. If you like our interviews, please visit our website, rockyandderrickshow.com, and visit our photo and video galleries. Today we're at GPS Forge Elsewhere with
Sidney Stretz,
who does?
the Bounce House Gallery.
When did you start doing this?
I got a grant to buy the bounce house in September, and there are a lot of weird legal things that I had to do, and so the debut of the bounce house was last month in April.
What is the Bounce House Gallery?
The Bounce House Gallery is an alternative art space that invites artists to figure out ways to create art that's interactive, and then also invites people like yourselves to kind of experience art in a different way that's more fun than just standing in a gallery.
So what makes artists come?
I generally invite artists so they can submit their work or submit ideas for projects that they think will work well in the space. They have to be kind of careful because you can't make anything that's hard that would like bump anybody in the head or that would poke the bounce house and make it deflate. So they have to kind of think and resolve some issues creatively to be able to find stuff that will work inside there that people will enjoy while they bounce with it.
So there's new artwork every time you blow it up?
Yes, so new artists every time it blows up. And the beauty of it is that it can go really anywhere and it can kind of pop up within 15 minutes, so you have a gallery almost instantly.
Have you always wanted to do this?
You know, I thought about this idea about 3 years ago when I was working with Adam of GPS we lived in California, and he had a summer camp, and they had a bounce house inside this gallery summer camp. So I thought, oh, it's funny that there's a bounce house inside a gallery. And then I was like, what if there was a gallery inside a bounce house? But I couldn't figure out how to buy a bounce house because they're very expensive. But luckily, I got a grant from Arts Greensboro and also the Spark grant courtesy of Downtown Greensboro and Action Greensboro. And so it allowed me to buy the bounce house and also pay artists to do work inside. And so then it just became possible.
Do you ever put your own artwork in the bounce house?
I've thought about that. But really, I think that it's a weird place to be because I think the bounce house is my art project, and then it's kind of a nice gift that I get to also invite other artists to participate in it too. So it's like an ongoing art project of my own that also kind of gives back to other artists.
So like, are you and Adam the only two like mainly involved with this?
Well, I mean, I am the one that it mostly facilitates it. Adam just kind of has to because it requires like more than one person to set it up. So he's just by proxy, he helps me. But he's been really supportive. And yeah, then it just kind of comes down to like other people that I invite that are interested. And so the first time we did the bounce house, we had Anna Wallace, who's an MFA student at UNCG, did a project in there. I have a good friend that's coming in from LA to do the next project in June. But people have been really excited about the bounce house and have invited it to go all kinds of places like the Weatherspoon Museum and LeBauer Park. So I've kind of just been coordinating all of that and finding the next place for it to go and the next artists that want to exhibit in it.
What art is in it now?
Right now we have a project by interns from elsewhere, Kyra Gross, Kylie Clev, and Nava Levinson. They responded to the fact that the bounce house is a house, sort of, and made this kind of makeshift furniture to furnish the inside of the house, and then did some recordings of themselves living it elsewhere because it's kind of like an interesting living community, and then included that inside too. So that's who's in there right now.
Okay, I don't really know if I like. Well, it's a part of it. So like the balloon you have in there.
Yeah.
What is that supposed to be?
I mean, I don't know. I think that is just an addition to kind of them decorating the inside of the space. I think the balloon is nice because it's hard when you're bouncing in there. You jump high, but all the stuff stays on the floor. So it kind of breaks that up a little bit and allows for things to stretch all the way up to the top.
What is your favorite art that's been in the bounce house?
Well, I've only had a couple projects so far, and they've mostly been really great. I would say that the last time we had a project where Anna Wallace, she had these weird kind of like fabric noodles that she made, that she was in the bounce house for 3 hours, and the only way she could come out is if somebody else went in and took her place and tied and untied knots of these little fabric pieces that she had. Which was kind of interesting because then not only did a lot of people just go in and bounce in it, but these people kind of had to do a job while they were in there. And I thought it was a really smart way to use the space.
Who was your favorite artist that came in?
Who's my favorite artist came in? Well, like I said, there were just two. I think the project before was really great, but I really think that all the artists have done a really good job at figuring out a really unique way to use the bounce house and make cool projects for it. And I look forward to seeing like all the other artists that come with cool projects.
Has any of the things ever broken in there?
Ooh, that's a really good question. So far, no. I think right now, one of the tables that was sewn maybe ripped a little bit, so there might be a little cotton fuzz. But luckily, nothing has broken, and the bounce house itself hasn't broken either, which I'm very happy about because it would not be easy to fix.
The balloon's gonna break.
The balloon's gonna break, you think?
Yes.
I think by the end of the night, the balloon might be.
It seems too much.
It
to have
might
too
die.
much.
Yeah.
It's gonna be too much fun. Just not break.
Totally. Yes. Oh, hello.
How can people get in contact with you?
Oh, that's a really good question too. So I have a website. It's thebouncehousegallery.com, and then they can also follow me on Instagram at bouncehousegallery, or they can find an email for me that I think it's Sydney@bouncehousegallery.com, but also you can email through the website. So that's how they can find the project, and if artists want to apply to it and submit projects, they can do it through the website too.
In your own words, what advice would you give to kids?
What advice would I give to kids? I think that I would tell kids that they should remember, even while they're going to school and doing chores and all the things that they have to do, to remember to have fun. And I also would tell kids that even though, like this project, I mean, you imagine it took me 3 years to be able to do it. So I think my advice to kids, especially in the vein of this project, is that if you have an idea and you want to do it, you should never give up, but sometimes it just takes a really long time to get there. And so be patient with yourself and remember that, like, if you really, really want it to happen, then there's a will and a way, but maybe it's going to take some time.
Well, that's it for today, guys. Be sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and if you like our interview, go to our website, Rocking Derrick Show. Goodbye.